Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Līga Sičeva. I'm from Latvian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and it's all my pleasure to see you all here in the webinar, Women Entrepreneurship. This webinar is organized based on the project Latvia 2, what is financed by Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Latvia, and we are very happy to having this project, as this project continues already the first project what aims to support Ukraine small and medium enterprises and business support organizations to integrate in European Union and business environment and market. So, and main activities in this project, we will have a cycle of webinars, we will have a study tours, and we will also have a guidelines for business support organizations and small and medium enterprises about doing business in European Union. So, as opening of the webinar, I would like to give a word today, His Excellency Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Ukraine Republic of Latvia, Mr. Anatolii Kutsevol. The floor is yours.
Good morning, dear participants, dear organizers. It's my big pleasure and honor to open this webinar today. And first of all, I would like to thank Latvian Chamber of Commerce and as well as Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce for this opportunity, and my special thanks to Ms. Balode as well, to Minister of Foreign Affairs of Latvia for being supporting this webinar and generally idea of supporting small, medium enterprises and businesses in Ukraine. I do believe that everyone these days understands how important businesses are, along with military people and servicemen who are fighting and service women actually who are fighting on the ground to win this war. But along with the fights on the ground, there is also another fight for economy, for the resources, and those are provided only by the revenues which are coming from businesses and enterprises which are working both in Ukraine, Latvia, and other European countries. I'm really delighted that the topic of today's webinars is women in entrepreneurship, and this is very important and timely to understand how important during the wartime women are, and that plenty of responsibilities are on their shoulders, and what they did since the beginning of war and what they are still continuing doing both in Ukraine and Latvia, and I do believe also in neighboring countries to Ukraine as well. Our fight continues on a daily basis. It's understandable that no one will give you an exact date when the war ends. Only our efforts will lead to the war ending. And I'm happy that even from the scratch, some Ukrainian women who are living in Latvia since the last year, since this year as well, they started their own businesses. They had this bravery to open businesses. It's typical for some entrepreneurs to open services businesses, providing different types of services to citizens. They also open restaurants. We have good experiences of such restaurants as Nezlamni, Show, Green Pumpkin in Riga, and this is very, very important for everyone. And as well as a big initiative of Borsh, a Latvian representative who just hired Ukrainian women, and they started to be a good response to the situation. But I also have experiences of those who are manufacturing, who are producing at least some wardrobe for women and men in Latvia. And also I admire the work of women who are working in the area of providing private lessons or education to Ukrainian citizens. This is a kind of entrepreneurship which is needed, and also showing it at the high level possible. So there is a good start for Ukrainian businesses, small, medium, actually, to be part of the European Union. I do believe that that amount of 50 Ukrainian businesses which has been opened in Latvia is only the beginning, because then after this year there will be plenty of other businesses dealing with the grain initiative. Unfortunately, due to unprovoked aggression and daily shelling by Russians of Ukrainian infrastructure, that will create also another type of businesses which we timely have to do because of the situation and the need of fight a global famine in future. My big compliments to all those who are brave enough to open something new to them. I met several ladies who had experience of working in construction area, but when they came to Latvia, they totally started the business from scratch, and in the areas where they didn't have any respective knowledge or experience, and that was outstanding, and they have really good results. Together with all other Ukrainian citizens, which we count around more than 40,000, I do believe there's plenty of opportunities to enlarge these possibilities for businesses at all. Last but not least, I do believe that gender equality and women's rights are really important, and that is why Ukraine showed this good result of ratifying Istanbul Convention, and as well as providing more possibilities for women to work on the market, as well as to fight for the rights. There should be also gender equality in Ukrainian army. Men and women are fighting together to win this war. Thank you so much for this initiative of having this webinar. I do believe that a fight on the business ground will be continued successfully, and we will reach a good result outcome as well from this webinar. Thank you so much for organizing, and I wish you all the best and have good results for yourself, first of all, and secondly, for general outcome of economy. Thank you.
Thank you very much for such inspiration and for such a lovely speech. And now I would like to invite the next speaker for saying opening words, Mrs. Alise Balode, Head of Economic Relations, Trade and Development Cooperation, Directorate, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Latvia. Alise, the floor is yours.
Good morning everyone here in Latvia and in Ukraine. Good morning, Ambassador, and thank you very much for organizing this event. And my congratulations go to Latvian Chamber of Commerce and Industry for initiative and also courage to develop this project, support integration of Ukraine's SMEs and business support organizations into the European single market using Latvia as an entry point. And today's meeting is a first step in this project, which aims to establish contacts between Latvia and Ukrainian businesses. And I think that integration into the European market is only possible with good cooperation partners. And it's quite symbolic, as Ambassador mentioned as well, that we are starting by women in entrepreneurship. And I think that Latvian women are very good positioned to boost and to promote women in entrepreneurship here in Latvia, but also in Ukraine. Ukraine remains Latvian development cooperation priority, covering areas from urgent relief provision to fostering Ukraine's reform process and European integration. As you know, Latvia committed to engage in the reconstruction of Chernihiv region, and we are already cooperating with local authorities to ensure our efforts really are targeting Chernihiv's priority needs. So once again, thank you for our partners in Latvian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And once again, private sector direct involvement is absolutely essential for our common success. Thank you very much.
So, and now, step by step, we are already moving forward for more inspiring and practical presentations by our lovely ladies, who is going to present their experience for being as a leaders in NGOs, in the politics, in businesses, in international business, and also in Ukraine. So, suggestions and kind polite invitation to the participants of the webinar is to submit also their questions and comments if they are so in the chat, what you can see here in the Zoom. So we will see the questions, and after end of each presentation we will ask those questions to the person who presented the topic. So now I would like to invite Mrs. Katrīna Zariņa, member of board of the Latvian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and she will present a presentation about the topic female in management position in NGO sector. So Katrīna, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Līga. Hello everyone. So now I finally see how I look. How good it is. Yeah, very happy to be here this morning and spend some 20 minutes together with you, and just to share, I would say, my personal experience in this quite not easy environment, which is non-governmental organizations. I will try to give 6 points for you today, and I will be very happy to have your questions and reply to them afterwards and have a small discussion. I know this format, very used to us from the COVID time, maybe is not the best way how to enforce discussions and facilitate conversation, but this is actually a great possibility to meet without coming to countries in a physical way, but still share ideas, create new connections, and find partners for the future activities. I will start with a little story about myself. So when I need to do a pitch, I always tell that I'm a mother, I'm a wife. I have 3 small children at home. At the same time, I'm the head of foreign affairs here in the Chamber of Commerce. I'm also holding the position as a member of the management board. I am the delegate of the Latvian Chamber of Commerce and Industry at the Eurochambres, which is the European level umbrella organization for chambers. And I'm also appointed by the Latvian government to represent Latvian business community at the European Economic and Social Committee. I mostly spend my days between Riga and Brussels, traveling a lot, trying to balance my life. So when anyone discusses how to balance work and life, I think I can share some insights what not to do and how to make wise decisions when it comes to the career choice. The next very important question, I think, is how I got here. I started in a chamber back in 2009 as a secretary. My first boss was a great leader. She was a woman. And I remember she took me and she gave me the job, and I was very grateful to her. And then, years by years, I started to climb up on a career path. Just to going back, I'm holding a degree on public governments and innovations and political science. I also study for my master's degree, still studying for my master's degree in business administration, talking back about the work and life balance. Not the best choice, maybe, made, do it in the later age than the sooner, but sometimes you need to prioritize what is most important in your life. So, yes, education is important, experience is important, connections is important, and people in your life sometimes is even more important than all those things taken together. I will now go into the very next and I think the most important point, what was asked from me about the management of non-governmental organizations. Also, I can share, of course, mainly the system we are having in Europe, but it's quite similar if you look to the chambers of commerce around the globe. In Latvia, there is the main decision-making body is the General Assembly coming together once a year and electing board, supervisory board for 3 years. That supervisory board then appoints management board, and the management board is the one doing all those practical things, operational things on ground. And here in Latvia, we are 3 persons in the management board. There's a head of board more responsible for administrative and financial matters. Then there are my colleagues responsible for advocacy work and the regional aspects. And then there is me more reporting on foreign affairs and export support. But I want to show you one picture, and I think now my colleague will put that picture on. I think it's a very nice picture from years ago. I think it was around 2020. We were having a visit to Lithuania. We were meeting heads of chambers there, heads of supervisory boards and management boards and general directors. And I was then already holding position at in the management board, and also I was head of policy division. So you can see I was the only woman there. And when I was thinking about how this global world from the running NGO sector looks, there is a divide. When it comes to the business organizations, there is mostly men in the senior positions. And when it comes to other NGOs related to civil rights, human rights, environment, and others, there is more women in the management. And this, of course, is a very interesting situation, because when we talk about Latvia or EU, we see that there is, I would say, there is enough women represented at the board level and the senior positions in the companies, etc., and also different organizations. But still we are discussing that there is a need for quotas, saying that you need that and that number of women in the senior positions. But we are not talking so much about how to support women in creating business, balancing life and work, and changing perspective on what are the duties at the household between, and how they are divided between men and women. I think, no, you can take off that nice picture. I think we had a feeling of that already. Couple of months ago, I wrote an article on asking question, does entrepreneurship mindset has a gender? And I don't know, you can try to answer in a chat. We can try to answer in a chat. We can activate the chat. And you can try to answer, how do you think, does entrepreneurship mindset has a gender? And I'm giving you those happy 5 seconds to answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't speak if you are not answering, you know. I will just be quiet for a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chat is your floor at the moment. Please, feel free. Don't be afraid. I will read the text. Okay, we can move forward.
No, we can't. There's no answer.
Okay.
I need that answer. Does entrepreneurship mindset has a gender?
Oh, Anatolii Kutsevol, right? No.
Good, good, Mr. Ambassador. Thank you very much for breaking the silence.
And our speaker, great Anna Petrov from Ukraine, also said no.
Yes.
So
I think they both are very right. There is no such thing as a gender for entrepreneurship mindset. We all have the same possibilities. But the only question we need to ask is what we are doing with those possibilities we are having. And sometimes we are forgetting about that. And this is my fourth point for today, for your consideration, and also for mine. How we are taking and looking to chances in our lives. So I started back here as a secretary, and now I tried to explain who I am at the beginning. And I remember that first time I was asked to take a chance and do something more. I was so afraid, and I didn't understand anything of the task I was given. And I remember I was sitting at my desk and Googling the task. What does that mean? But I still said yes, because I knew I just need to take the chance if I want to change something in my life. Otherwise, I would still probably sit the same place I was in 2009. And of course, you have to be courage. You need that courage in yourself, and you need to take those chances. And you also need to network. And that's a complicated thing. I will ask another question to my fellow listeners. So when you go to the meeting or to some seminar or wherever, to how many new people you start a conversation with the persons you don't know, you haven't met before. With how many do you start that conversation in that event? With 1, 2, 3? Answers are still, I'm still waiting for those answers.
Okay. Mr. Ambassador is king of the networking, 5-7 contacts in each meeting.
Good.
But I would like to see some reply also for females who is also participating in webinars. So, ladies, be active, please.
Yeah, this is also part of the thing, or how you can have those connections, being active. So, to how many unknown people you talk? 1, 2, 3, 4 ideas. Mr. Ambassador talks to 5 to 7. How about all others? I'll be honest. I try not to talk. No, like serious. If there's a chance for me not to talk with someone I don't know, I try not to talk. But the truth is, if you don't talk with the people you don't know, you are losing opportunities. And you lose that possible future support from those people. And you're losing the chance for selling your ideas, selling your products, selling your services, finding investments, and building up your network and building up your enterprise. And that same goes also for the being in the management of NGO.
Sorry, Katrīna, we have one hand. up.
You have a hand. What we are doing now?
So we
With
are giving.
I wasn't instructed for such situation.
So we are giving a floor to the participant.
Oh, we are good. Okay, please.
Yes. So somebody is willing to speak, and I'm happy for that.
Okay.
So. Who had the hand up, please? Your floor is yours. Oh, silence.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Please speak.
Thank you for giving me a floor. Thank you, Katrīna. The question was about whom, usually when we have a meeting with whom we try to talk. I agree with you that if you have a chance not to talk, you will be better not talk, but we know that it's better to get acquainted and it's opportunities, as you said. So from my as my behavior, I try to get acquainted correctly, politely, just introduce myself and find and catch these opportunities. It's according to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, because that's also a key. That's also a key for success. I recently went to Geneva. There was a huge event for the World Chambers. So chamber managers and members from all around the globe were coming to Geneva to discuss everything, starting from the management of chambers, new services, business environment needed for the support from the governments, everything. And Ukraine actually was also in a hotspot of the discussions and meetings of the leaders of those organizations. And that was actually a great opportunity for everyone there to connect to others. And there was a stand for the Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce, and I want to say that they did an amazing job there networking and signing memorandums of understanding to support Ukrainian business entrance in other markets. For me, that forum was like a great place for networking. I met leaders of chambers from the United States, Canada, Australia, Dubai, Peru, Chile, Thailand. We signed memorandum of cooperation with the Korean Chamber of Commerce. And it all happened in one place on the same time. For 3 days, it was like buzzing like bees all around. And it's like, it's a great experience, and it's very hard to be there and to do your job on a polite way, being open to new connections, new people, ideas, trying to promote yourself, your organization, telling about your organization. And when you are in that position, you need to have a very good understanding what is a need, what is your need, what is your organization need. And it stands both for chambers or other NGOs and also for companies. So you need to be very precise what is your need when you go for such event and when you meet everyone, and how to use those connections afterward.
Sorry, can I, as we should already switch to the next presentation.
Yes, I have my last point.
You have a last point,
Yeah.
Okay. I will give you option to say your last point, but speaking about Geneva, you presented the photo where it was a couple of years ago, where you was the only lady. How is the situation in Geneva?
I can't say that there's a huge change in between the years when it comes to the management positions and senior positions in the chamber network. It depends, of course, from the regions. Maybe in Europe we are in the better positions, but there are other regions where everything is more complicated.
Ladies, you get your message. We still have option to work more for getting those positions, and now I'm giving last summary notes to Katrīna, and then we are moving to next speaker.
I will just give a last point. I think the women are untapped potential of economic growth, not only in Ukraine, not only in EU, not only in Latvia. When women work, when they have their business, they support each other, they help each other, and then they make better decisions, more sustainable decisions. So I would encourage each and every one of you, if you are still a little bit afraid to having your business or to expand your business to next level, don't be afraid, move forward, look for support, look for other women, and work together, create networks, join the networks already existing, and help that untapped potential to flourish and become real. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katrīna. It was really a great experience and story that you have shared with us. And now, step by step, we are moving to the next very inspiring woman as well, Silva Jeromanova Maura. And she has really, I really enjoyed reading this agenda. Her topic is flower power, woman power. And she's the owner and business consultant of Silja Holding Company, and she's also very inspiring for me, I think, and also for you and all of us. So, Silva, the floor is yours. Okay, so technically we have some small details when we can think that we are, how powerful we can be as a female, as a ladies who is mothers and business owners, and at the end of the day we also always want to be a very beautiful. So therefore I like this topic, flower power, woman power, very much, because still we always remember that we are ladies who have a own style, and even using the style we can be very powerful. So Silva, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Hello, it's a big pleasure to discuss today with participants from Ukraine, because we are together, we support how we can, and by the way, in my company also, we have, during this summer, we get some students from Ukraine and they practice in our company. We have 2 workers from Ukraine, already second year working in our company, about flower power. Why I take these sentences for my presentation? Because I'm really woman business. I sell agriculture machineries, tractors, harvesters, spare parts, and made service for that. And that I'm doing very near 30 years. And by the way, we are cooperate also with companies from Ukraine and from many post-Soviet countries. And during summer times, so 3 or 4 years ago, school children came to our office and they draw what they saw. And finally they draw some tractor together with flowers and make such nice sentence, flower power. And that is very, very great when children found such a nice name for my company. Yes, they're together, flowers and tractors. Why? When I have started my business very near 30 years ago, yeah, we started with agriculture machineries. That was a time when everything started from zero in Latvia. We get independence, and this agriculture machineries was something new. Before we know about MTZ tractors, about this Soviet machineries, but all techniques from abroad was something new. So we have started from know-how, how to use, how to do, what it means. We teach how to work with these machines, and only after that we sell. So it was a very interesting time, and I was, Katrīna said women are very seldom in this man organization, but by the way, I have established in Latvia Agriculture Dealers Association already 25 years ago, and we have also start to work together with different countries, with other countries and dealers from other Europe countries, and we are one of the members for Association Climar, and association works together with factories and tell what is problems. So very, very nice business for women. So about me. It's a very difficult question, but if I must share my experience, maybe to better know what I did and who I am. At first, I'm teacher. More than 10 years, I was a teacher for Latvian language and literature. Yeah, it's again together with machineries. And it was a very nice time, but I don't like environment. And as Katrīna said, we must use our opportunities. And I feel not so comfortable in school, where teachers mostly discuss about how difficult is life, how bad is children, how no any future. And so that start in 90s started the possibility to bring these private businesses. And I have started with my private business. I became entrepreneur, but first business was not agriculture machineries. First, I was a teacher for Latvian language for Russians. After we get independence, many of directors of big companies was Russians, and they don't know Latvian language. But Latvian law says everyone must know and use this Latvian or our state language. So, and it was very good business, good opportunity to start and create new business. And as Katrīna mentioned, I get very good contacts. And this networking with directors from all biggest companies in Latvia was very good based for my private business. So, but that was not enough, and all my life I have studied, and next my education I graduate psychology in St. Petersburg, but never your dreams come through, and I can do anything with my diploma, because my emotions was too hard to start my private business as psychologist, and I must look some other possibilities. So I began to use my knowledges. I become as a mentor. But about mentoring I will tell later. So I become also as business trainer. And again, why? Because if you train others, you learn yourself. So, and I have also I have finished my teacher's practice, or I become lecturer in universities, agriculture university, business universities. Yeah, and at the same time, it's a difference between man and woman. Man can maybe make career and later start to think about family, but for women it's not so easy. We cannot make up our careers and after 40 years or 50 years start to think about family and children. And so during my life, of course, I am wife, I am mother for 2 beautiful sons, and very interesting, my sons have born in different centuries. One is from 20th century, one is from 21st century. I am grandmother for beautiful 2 grandchildren. And of course, I am daughter for my very near 90 years old mom, who was principal of school, and she always dreamed when I return to school. So, but about mentoring program, and maybe that is again possibility today discuss and give advice. Please do it if you have possible to use these mentors as and become mentees for very good mentors. I am member of association Līga, and association, again, more than 20 years old association in Latvia. Līga, it's association, women association. And one of our targets is work with women, and not only with women, and help to start business. So how we do, we found mentees who would like to have some advice and help. Then we put together mentees and mentors who have the same interests. And of course, we evaluate result of our projects. How it works: step first, explore and discover more, and then it is step 2, learn how to recognize and appreciate differences. So, and results of our mentor programs: a professional relationship, support for professional development, but for my experience is personal support is biggest value from these projects and programs. Of course, partnership lasting over predetermined and fixed time scale. Normally, these mentoring programs work 4 or 5 months, maybe half a year. But after mentoring programs, still we communicate with our mentees, we help, and we really enjoy together if our mentees have some success in business. But what I can say is this mentoring is not one direction moving, it's reverse mentoring. Also, mentors get some new ideas, get some good ideas from our mentees. But to understand what I'm doing, it's my experience, how I work. There is tractors, there is machines behind tractors, very expensive, of course, from France, from Germany, from Italy. Yeah, by the way, best my experience is with Italy. As you know, in Italy, woman is not like second, but someone behind man. And I get invitation to factory with whom we work together more than 20 years. And when I come to this big event, this organizer say, please, you must go to other panel. I say, yes, but I have get invitation. No, here is only for men. Okay. And 2 or 3 times they asked me, please, you must go to other panel. Because always when we participate in such events, come also wives together with husbands, but unfortunately I was the husband. So, and when I have difficulties in my life, I always study, and that is what I like to share my experience. I always found some answer for my problem. And I have full books, and now I work for my new book. I write some advice for young entrepreneurs how to solve problems. And there is some sentences or aphorism from my book. It's not mine, but Estee Lauders have said, I never dream about success, I worked for it. And that also may be my way. I never dream, I just do my business. And during 30 years, I, from small company, Celia, from company from 2 persons, car and mobile telephone, I have developed this for small holding, where is Celia Invest, there is rent apartments, AgroCelia is agriculture, also sells agriculture equipments. Dromas UAB, company in Lithuania, sells also agriculture machineries. Koferi is small bakery. Puto is car washing place. And Embassy of Business is my, what I say, experience, how I share my experience of business with new entrepreneurs. How it works, this Business Embassy? Actually, I have planned to name it Business Academy, but then I get a lot of questions. what kind of certificate you will give. No any certificate. And then I look after different name for my business school, and then we found it is Embassy of Business, because there we also met our partners. There is many different rooms for meetings, and we offer for our customers also, if they must make some new agreement, they could use our premises. Citāda skola or different school, it is my a project how to support young generations. During summertime, we take school children from age 7 to 17. We teach how to make a business, how to produce something, or make some other gifts. And before school, what I say, weekend before school starts, 1st of September starts school in Latvia, we make such small market. And school children who have worked all summer have chance to sell products and get some money, pocket money. Future Heroes is other my project, or where I participate through Association Līdere. We help for, again, ladies, for young ladies, 14 to 17 years old, create business ideas. Cits Bazaars is, again, different project to help provide or produce something for school children. And of course, mentoring project for principals of school. Very, very good project through Association Līdere. So, how my dreams come through. I draw how I would like to make new business idea, and such a dream or project fulfill. Yes, that is what we are doing through Embassy of Business. We help to Latvian producers promote those products in market, not only in local market, but also in different other markets to export those products. Yeah, we help for children. That is maybe some picture how it looks, this children products market. Come, they present, and they make some handicrafts together. But as I mentioned in the beginning, before we start to sell our machineries, we start to explain how these machines work. Because in 90s, we can bought here machineries for 300 euros, but these machineries what are produced in France or in Italy or Germany cost 10 or even 20 times more. To sell such machines, we must explain how it works, and that is maybe between you can see some blonde head and try to explain how these machines work. And I'm very proud about our projects together with state companies. For example, Latvian State Forest Company. We bring projects how to grow up young plants and how to build nurseries for young plants. And here is a nursery where is built very nice greenhouse. And during 20 years, what we make or arrange this project, Latvian State Forest Nurseries becomes one of the best in North Europe. And now it is different. By the way, they are now help to Ukrainian nurseries explain how to grow small plants. So we have also projects together with villages, and we try to, here you can see together with the major of village, we plant trees. And that is our product, such planting tubes. And that was very interesting. By the way, in next day I was in hospital and I get my second son. And then this major was very afraid. What happened with Silva? I said, nothing happened, I just get son. And then of course we help for entrepreneurs, and here you can see in Embassy of Business we get a seminar during COVID. That is first experience how to explain not direct seminars but through cameras. We explain how we survive during COVID, how we do our business and how we change our daily routine. So, and then again some good ideas. There is no secrets to success. It is result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. It's again, it's not my sentence, but that is what helps to me. Oi, can I have back? Okay. And again, business opportunities are like buses. They're always another one coming. Why I get such sentence? Because my first idea was start to my private business as a psycholog. But, by the way, I can do that because my emotions was too high. So, and here we make such interesting events. It's again not my idea. That was very popular. Sorry for sentence, fuck up nights. That was for those entrepreneurs, how to explain how to survive, how to go over your failures and start again new ideas, even if this first or one of your ideas was not successful. And that event was very popular, and we made such stories where we explain our experience, how to live and how to do business, what is mistakes. And sometimes I also, what I say, best way how to survive is start to laugh first about my mistake before others start to laugh about you. And yes, again, sentence what I found, forget fast mistakes, forget failures, forget everything except what you are going to do. Just do it. And then I found very good explanation about what means fail. It is first attempt in learning. Yeah, and then I, by the way, I check with my Santa, who is from Ukraine. I asked, how is in Ukrainian dictionary? She said, same. And the only place where success comes before work is in a dictionary. Yes, first you must work very hard, and only then you get success, not before. But Walt Disney said the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. And that is why I'm also liking to do today. Please, if you have some questions, say no, or then be quiet forever.
Yes, thank you, Silva. This was really inspiring, and let's give some seconds maybe to the participants of the webinar to provide some questions or put on the hand for giving some comment also by voice, not only by writing. So feel free, because we are here for supporting you. And we are very happy if we received also some kind of feedback from your side, at least comment or some kind of raised hand. So,
if no questions, then understand everything or don't understand nothing.
Let's hope that they understand something.
I remember one of my experience when we have organized seminars. I went to Daugavpils, and Daugavpils is a city where mostly are Russian speaking, and then we are discussing maybe...
Oh, there's one hand.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe 1.5 hours I have talk about how to work these machineries, 1.5 hours talk about fertilizer and seeds. And after this 3 hours seminar, we went out from room and we take a coffee and ask, why no any questions? And then they say, sorry, there nobody understand Latvian language. And then I said, can you say that before?
Yeah, this is an experience. This is an experience. So we have raised hand, please, in studio. Welcome. We can hear. We would like to hear you. So please.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your speech. It really inspired. I have one question. Unfortunately, I left my country, and now I'm in another country, and I'm starting from the scratch my career. I'm 40 years old, and I also tried to start a business here, but the problem. I feel myself as a child because so many I don't know, and I try to do as my experience guide me, but it's unsuccessful, and I have a lot of rejections. And to be honest, already 6 months I feel this frustration that maybe it's not for me, maybe because I'm a foreigner. So many doubts and no motivation. Maybe any advice during crisis time you can tell me or something. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. Silva?
Call to me, please. We can discuss. Because COVID destroyed all borders. No more borders. We can discuss, we can make business through borders, and please, call me, we can discuss.
How we can call you? Where we can find your contacts?
You have my contacts. Yeah, you can put in chat. Yeah, please do it. You can write to me email, or you can call, or in WhatsApp we can communicate. Please do it.
Okay. So I think you also have a homepage of your company, Celia.
Yes, and also for Embassy of Business we have, but you can write to me email and
there's your contacts.
There is my contacts, yes.
Celia.ilve?
No, biz.
Biz.
Celia.biz.
Celia.biz,
yes,
and there's contacts where is a whole email and mobile phone of Silva. So, and my technical colleagues will also, I think, will put in the chat the contacts of Silva. So you will have a marvelous opportunity to receive actually personal support and mentoring by Silva.
But about what you mentioned about you are 40 and you are very afraid, don't be worried. Age difference is also no more. By the way, I have now finished my doctoral thesis, and I have write my or make some what I checking how works, and at the moment 5 different generations are in market. And they are quite different. They are quite different. And no age limits. That what stay in your passport is one age, but what I say, stay in front of mirror where there is different age, and then feel how you feel. By the way, when I'm a lecturer in universities, many of my students in magister, they are over 40 years, and they have go away from very good jobs, very well paid jobs. They like to change those lives totally. And that will be future. Change your life totally. Not in one working place you for 50 years. This time is over. Go ahead. Everything will be good for you.
And while my colleagues are preparing contacts, I can say that actually I have faced so many people who has received so many first step rejections. So they try and cannot succeed something, and then there is like the 10 option, and the 10th option says, okay, let's go for that. So I really wish you to find a personal place for finding the strength and power, and keep going, because there's so many great people who were rejected for 10 and 20 times, and then they achieved this moment when they have went up the hill till the top of the top. But yes, my colleagues still are working for personal contacts, but I think if there's no more questions, Mr. Ambassador Anatolii Kutsevol was already saying thank you for the meeting, and it was a pleasure to be with us.
Can you show this? By the way, it's very good answer for this question.
So,
yeah. You see here is, I don't know why I skipped this slide. Here is experience about our countertenor. Maybe you know he is world-known countertenor, Sergejs Jēgers, and he's also 42 or 43 at the moment. And during COVID, he have not any chance to sing somewhere. But he must have money to live. And what he did, he started to make products where you see in these shelves in our shop. He make different products from vegetables, from berries. So never is too late to change or to survive.
Oh yeah, and this is a very great story, because he is really world famous, and COVID changed his life a lot. So maybe this is part of inspiration as well. So if there's no questions at the moment, then I would like to switch to our next speaker. And the next speaker is Anna Petrova. She's from Ukraine, she's Ukrainian, and she's impact entrepreneur, pioneer of creating entrepreneurship in Ukraine, SME ecosystem builder. I met Anna end of June, I guess, in Brussels, and this was a really inspiring meeting, and we decided to invite her, not only providing inspiration speeches from Latvian and European Union perspective about being women in entrepreneurship, but also from Ukrainian inspiration, how to survive in these hard times. Anna has a topic, Brave Women of Ukraine, where to find strength to live and create. So, Anna, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for the invitation. Hi, girls. I'm really happy that I have these 30 minutes to talk with you and to share my experience, because we are on the same page, and I totally understand your feelings, your experience, because we live the same, I can say one more time, yeah, the same experience, but I will tell more about my journey during this year and a half a little bit later on. First of all, I will tell you a little bit about myself, that you know more about me and why I'm here. Honestly, I think I'm developing entrepreneurship culture in Ukraine as I remember myself. As mentioned, I'm impact entrepreneur. Why I'm saying that? Because all of my projects always focus and have social mission. It's not just from, you know, we need to write a mission. That's why we will put it on our webpage. It's more about my personal values and real mission that are inside strategy of the organizations. And main two projects, organizations that I built are Startup Ukraine and Self-Made Women Community. Startup Ukraine was first center of entrepreneurship and innovation that I started from a dream. 11 years ago, will be in November. It was just a dream, $1,000, and just you know, a lot of energy, focus, and work, hard work to open Startup Ukraine in Ukraine. Because if you remember 2011, 2012, not so a lot of people were talking in general about entrepreneurship culture. Oh my God, what is this? And Made in Ukraine was not a thing. We started it from scratch, and I can say that even started this trend, Made in Ukraine, that people start looking on that. It's like was new narrative. Also, we opened first co-working space. I was explaining people what is a co-working, why it's cool to work together. And we did everything first around promoting entrepreneurship, business breakfast, conferences, book. We wrote a book, How to Start a Business in Ukraine. And a lot of new things that was not there in 2011, 2012. And in 2014, we opened, I found Self-Made Women community that empowering women and open their leadership potential. That's why I'm working a lot with female founders, female leaders. I think also, as I remember myself, because I started doing not when it's become trendy or mainstream. I'm doing that as I remember myself. And sure, I'm a leadership mentor. And my first group as a mentor was when I was 16 years old. And I'm advisor for startups and businesses and for nonprofits also more than 10 years. And I'm happy to be ambassador of Made in Ukraine. Before war, it was in Ukraine, but now I believe that I'm doing that also in globally, if I can say so. And I will tell you more how it changed and how 24th of February changed our life. I think this date will be always you know, like to remember. Maybe we don't want to remember this date, but it's all of us remember 21st of February 2022. My 21st of February started in this room. Today I'm in Ukraine, in Kiev, and happy to be home. And it started with a lot of questions. Yeah, what to do? What will be next? We did not believe that the war will start, full-scale invasion, because still before that we have 8 years of war. And we try from our side, I always try to help people who are struggling or who lost their jobs or they move, you know, displaced from their homes. I always answer that the entrepreneurship is the answer and key to survive, and also to be, even in such circumstances, to be successful. That's why I'm today here, try to inspire you and to show you other opportunities, or to show you other way to live now and even to create something new in your life. It's how happened with me during this year and a half. And when the last 8 years was, we were trying to help temporarily displaced people from Crimea, from east of Ukraine, by creating programs, entrepreneurship programs, as we did last year too. I will tell you more about this a little bit later. So at 21st of February was a lot about questions. So sorry for my noise, it's my telegram. It was a lot about questions. Yeah, what is next? How I will live, what I will eat, and what will happen also with my projects, with my team, etc., etc., etc. But honestly, today, what I will say you in next slides, it's what helped me to be today here, to achieve even some successful results during this 1 year and a half. And yeah, and to help others too, because in the end of March last year, I started asking myself, okay, we fundraise money, we help people, okay, like guys, men who went to fight or to protect us. Okay, what is next? How I can support next? Because I always thinking about, you know, like, oh my God, I was developing entrepreneurship culture in Ukraine and made in Ukraine for more than 10 years. And what now? Some guy wants to destroy all my work? No, I will not help him to destroy what we did. And that's why I started asking myself, what I can do, what I can change, how I can support. This is what you can start also asking yourself, not to wait something, but I think if you are here on this webinar, you're already seeking for the opportunities, you already want to start something. But the most important is to ask your questions yourself, first of all. And honestly, in my topic that brave women of Ukraine started something to have courage, it's already inside you. You don't need to find somewhere strength, courage. It's inside you. The most important is to open these strengths inside you. How? I will tell you on next slides. First of all, believe in and love. Maybe a strange slide, but honestly, this is what helped me. I believe in a victory. I believe in Ukraine. I believe in God. I believe in universe. I believe. And I believe in good people. I believe in light. Yeah, if I can, I believe in life. I believe in a lot of things that help me to overcome all bad circumstances. Because if you think that someone took your life, that someone took your home, that someone took something from you, what you become you are on a victim position, in a victim position. But if you choose and believe that you are responsible for everything that are in your life, by choosing, by believing, then you are in stronger position. Then you are leader. Then you are managing your life. This is what very important to understand. Nobody can take your life. You just can give it to someone. And your choice to be victim or to be leader, or to be, okay, I don't want to say leader, I want to say creator. Yeah, you understand. Who understand me? Can you put a plus in a chat if it's like resonates you and you understand what I'm saying about? Can you put just in a chat plus, plus, minus, minus? Oh my God, what she's telling about, why I'm responsible for what is happening in my life. I think you are here and listening, yeah, but we're trying to do our best that you will be also active participants. That's why, please, it's for you, you know, not for me, but for me too, maybe somehow. Because when you're giving back, you're receiving them. This is also what I believe in. And I see some, chat is not working. It's, okay, it's turned off. Okay, maybe, but if it's possible to make it working, it will be amazing. If not, okay. Good that we just now understand that the chat is not working.
Actually, I'm seeing the chat. It should work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But strange. Someone said the chat is not working. It is
interesting. Yeah, it should work.
Also, when I say chat, I can write to the chat. That's why, guys, maybe you can try.
Yeah, it works. We see it very well.
Yeah. Strange. Okay. But
maybe we have a brave one who has raised a hand and have a willingness to speak.
Maybe. But it's important everyone to understand and feel what I'm meaning about. Because I don't want to be victim. I don't want to be, you know, that someone influenced my life and took my life. No, nobody can take it. You just can give it, but nobody can take it. This is what I believe in. And second thing that very much helped me at the beginning and during all this way is love. What I mean, this is my favorite page, keep calm and love Ukraine, is my mantra for all this more than 1.5 years experience that we have. I don't want to give anyone my emotions. I don't want to give anyone my feelings, as I mean aggression or something like that. I love Ukraine and I'm doing everything for Ukraine. Even during this 1.5 years, some of my friends asking, even now I came to Ukraine and some of my friends asking, what are you doing here? Why you come back? You can make more globally, go to Europe and do your stuff. I'm like, why? Yes, I can. And I will tell you, I took some opportunities. Opportunities not came to me as Anna, how I can help you. No. And if you are waiting for that, it's bad choice and bad approach to create something in Europe or wherever, in Ukraine, Europe, US, wherever, where you want to create, but especially if you're waiting for something that someone will support you. But I will tell you more about that. That's why love and belief is, you know, like basics, because if you're emotionally in a lot in negative emotions, in aggression, and I totally understand that, and you can be in that, you cannot create. You cannot create from that state. You cannot do something new in your life. That's why second, very important is your mental and physical health. This is where your strengths. It's what helped me a lot to be in that state of mood, of emotions that I am now. Mental and physical health. It was very hard to come back to physical activities, sport, or going around, but my dog helps me. I need to go with him in the morning and in the evening. That's why I do some walking, yeah. But physical, very important, because all your emotions, all your bad feelings inside you is just captured. And you need to start to work. If you did not do that, please, it's your health, because in the end, all energy, all negative emotions captured in your body, and then you can have some illnesses. That's why if you don't want to have, please work on your mental, on your physical, and sure on your mental. Psychologist workshops where you can work on your emotions, because honestly, bad emotions, negative emotions, not bad, negative emotions will capture you. And it's really hard to move forward when you have these emotions. But if you have also, and I feel that as you too, pain inside you, in your heart, in your body, you need to leave it. I mean, live through it. Not to make a thing that I have no pain, I have no pain, I have no pain, but to feel that pain and leave it. And if you need support, please go to psychologist or support coach, wherever, but please do it. I don't know, take a diary. I have diary, I write in diaries more than, oh my God, how old am I? Since 9 years old, I writing a lot, and it helped me a lot overcome all negative emotions, all pain. I can write it down and it just give me some breathe out, you know what I mean? It's really important. Today we're talking about how to create and how to start new life in new country. But without that, it's impossible. Or it's possible, but it will be very hard to do it in Ukraine, Latvia, or other countries. It's very important, your state of mind, your state, your physical state, and your energy state. Because when you create a new business, especially in new country where everything is new for you, you need to have your energy, you have to have your strengths. Basically, by fundamental, you're already brave and you already have a courage. I'm really happy, not happy because of we understand it because of full-scale invasion, but in other hand, we understand how strong we are, because we always think that we are not enough, but we are enough in a basic fundamental understanding. And very important to move, not to wait. What I did, as I told you, first months of war, March, I was fundraising, helping as everyone. But then I understood that my main thing, that the most I can do and I'm good at is helping others by entrepreneurship, by creating some support programs. Yes, it was very important. And for me to understand, that's why I went to Global Entrepreneurship Congress, where it's Congress that I going one per year, and it's organized by Global Entrepreneurship Network, where I'm part of since 2016. We're supporting Ukraine, promoting Ukraine, and saying like about our businesses. As I told you, I'm ambassador of Made in Ukraine globally, and I'm doing that quite a long time. And I came and I decided to go to this Congress because, you know, emotionally I was not stable yet. And it was really hard to go because it was in Saudi Arabia. Each year we have Congress in different countries, and this was in Saudi Arabia. And I was like, and that days we didn't know whom they supporting and stands for Ukraine or for Russia. And it was really hard, an emotional trip, but it gave me back some opportunities. And I bring some projects that I organized with my team. I will tell you later what we did. That's why moving, not waiting, moving. Energy comes when we are going. You know this proverb that the road of 1,000 miles begins from the first step. This is about that first step. And second, this first step, creating the opportunities for you, where you're not waiting, you are creating. Honestly, I will tell you now maybe one of the truths that I understood, okay, two truths that I understood during this year and a half and experience in Europe. First of all, nobody came to me and asked how I can support your organization or your activities. Or Anna, this is a budget for you, please, let's do something. Or do you need something? Personally, yes. Like support me, drive me from, pick up me from the border, some stuff like that, yes. But in the in my activities now, we stopped all the activities, courses, lectures, events in 2024. We did not sell anything. I could not do that because we have sustainable business model before war. Yeah, people were paying with their participants fee, courses forever, and how it can be sustainable for more than 10 years. But 2022 stop all our activities, and I need to find a solution to support myself, support my team, and support our clients, Ukrainians, who wants to start a business or have already a business, and I need to find the solutions for them. This is how I started to create opportunities. This was my idea, because in our DNA, in my DNA, Ukraine is a value. It's even right in our values of the organization. Ukraine is number one, and second, freedom. It was always with for us there. And that's why maybe for me even was a little bit easier even now, because I have this, values DNA that I already for more than 11 years developing Ukraine. That's why all our activities was always for Ukraine. That's why, come back to this slide, nobody came to me and say, Anna, this is budget, this is team, this is a project, please, let's do it. I made a step. I went to events and find, as other speakers say before, start networking, not standing and waiting that I will. Sometimes I also can do the same. Oh my God, not to speak with new people. But this was not the thing. I need to go and speak with other people, because they need to know that in Ukraine is war. It's true. It's not something, that, oh my God, what is there? And we need some support. This is how also what helps me a lot to be focused not on the bad things. Yes, I feel pain. I totally understand what's happening now in my country. I want to stop it. I cannot by myself. Okay, what I can do now? Not to think about what I can do in 1, 2, 10 years, especially at the beginning, but even now, I have even vision. Honestly, I have vision, what I can do in 5, 10 years in Ukraine. But focus on the right things, not on the bad things, not on the aggression, on love, on creation, what I can do. Because it's what helped me. Remember, belief. When you have this belief, when you have this love, because I have a lot of love to Ukraine and Ukrainians since childhood. And it helps a lot to create and to bring some opportunity, not just for myself, but to others. And what we did, power of your people, you will find your people. Some participants before asked what to do if I'm trying, but it's not, but I cannot, but I did not achieve anything. I don't remember your name, but I have so much conversations afterwards. Yeah, when I did first step, I have so much conversations. And people were saying, yeah, we will support you. Let's do something together. And what in the end? 2, like, I don't know, 20 people conversations, let's do something together, 1 or 2 results, 1 or 2 projects, 1 or 2 initiatives. We did a lot different, like have initiative Ministry of Digital Transformation and other agency to reduce some a fee payment for businesses on Amazon. We did some support programs in Ukraine, inside Ukraine, outside. I will tell you more. We did a lot, but all of that is because of finding your people who wants to do something, not to say, not just because a lot of people they think that if they have these conversations, they're already doing something, but not. And you need to understand that if something is going wrong, you need to make a reflection, reflect, what are you doing wrong? Culture is different in different countries in the European Union. Each country is different. When you're saying, I want to enter European Union market, please choose one country, Latvia, okay? Enter Latvia, make mistakes, make success, and then you can move around and to enter other countries, for example, because it's not easy. And this is second truth, maybe a little bit painful, but you need to understand. If on the personal level, yes, you receive support and Baltic countries did a lot for us, but if to say already about business, you need to understand that or business, or even if you are a non-profit, nobody is waiting for you. It's maybe hard truths, but you need to understand. Sure, there are some initiatives like here that want to support you to be successful, that you can enter the market. You can do some projects in European Union starting from Latvia. But you need to understand basically that nobody is waiting for one more jackets, one more brand. You need to bring some value to the market. You need to do something new in the market. And competition is always there when you're starting a business. It's business. And you need to understand that it's working like that. And when I understood that, it gives you power. Because when you are not in a victim position and waiting that someone must support you, it's wrong mindset. Other speaker also ask us, what is entrepreneurship mindset? Definitely there are no gender, but entrepreneurship mindset is about to find opportunities, to from problems create solutions, and not to wait when someone will support you, but create yourself and find solutions for yourself, opportunities to be part of the networks, communities, wherever, but not waiting that someone must support you. Nobody, anything but you. Everything starting from you. And this is the results. This is our first program, supporting program for Ukrainian women refugees in Denmark. Now I understood that after 1.5 years experience in European market, that it was super fast, or I don't know, but how we created it, because this program, it's already finishing. I think it's already at the graduation, and we graduated in July last year. Can you imagine that we started in May, 2 months after the war, find partners program and created it in Denmark. It was crazy, but we did it. And now I understood that it was for Europe. It was very, very fast. But because it was very successful pilot, our partners decided to apply for other grant and did this program for whole Denmark. We have more than 60 participants and they did for 1,000 participants. And one thing, that they did it already without us. That's why it's really important when you're finding your partners in Europe, please have all the details, write everything on the paper, because at the beginning when you want, we need to make a project, let's do it, then it can be some problems. That's why please think about it when you want, if you're even non-profit, please, because we have like our business model. and we have non-profit. We're social business, but now definitely totally non-profit, because what we have now in Ukraine. Yeah, but this is first program. And when we did it successfully, they did this big program in Denmark. I feel that I'm like have touched to that, and because I initiated this program in Denmark. And then we have program in Sweden, because it also was successful in Sweden, and we did the same as we did in Denmark. And also we organized a program in UK. It was totally online for Ukrainian women who wants to enter the market, but it's completely different story. Also, this is where we met with our Latvian friends, and it's also how I participated. I never was part of Chamber of Commerce, because I'm not Chamber of Commerce, but I find the information about mobile scheme that I can join and participate for 1 month's exchange program. And I was like, okay, I want to apply and to be part of it. And I was in Denmark, Iceland because of this. And I met our friends, and now I'm here. You see how everything is connected, and how we working now together. And this was event in Brussels, the last one, when we met and with Liga, and decided that, and she invited me to be part of this event today. This is my conversation innovation during the time of crisis in Iceland, where promoting Ukraine. Oh, this was very nice event in Denmark, Creative Business Cup. And I started talking about our self-made woman community, that we want to rebuild the project, and I'm looking for the 20K and to support the program and to make digital platform, blah, 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 to support Ukrainian women refugees around Europe, not just Europe, but globally. And I know I see 1 minute and I'm finishing. And
okay, thank you, Hannah. Already was looking for the moment when
I see I'm finishing. This speaker just said, please, I can give you 1,000. Let's start with that it will be your first money to start the project. It was really cool. This is our deputy of Ministry of Digital Transformation, and we've met on Web Summit. And then I decided to connect them with ESNA project, European initiative. And now Ukraine will be officially part of that project that supports startup developing in the European Union countries. We are not yet, but that's why I was on the call of ESNA presentation. I presented Ukraine, and they decided, Ukraine can join this initiative, and this is how everything is happening. That's why, remember, be prepared for the wars. We don't know when will be the finish. You need to have, as a nonprofit or SME, you need to have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. I have all of that. Plus, I have vision for 10 years. But always keep dreaming. Dream of prosper Ukraine with made in Ukraine trend, with a lot of entrepreneurs, people who come back to Ukraine. And now we will have Latvian Ukrainian businesses or other Polish Ukrainian or wherever. And we will have this connection. We will faster integrate into the European Union because of our connection. That's why I keep dreaming and know that victory will come. But the most important, at what will be your next to bring victory to Ukraine, what you can do. I believe that entrepreneurship is also key. By starting your own business, by creating some social businesses, impact businesses, creative businesses, you can bring victory to Ukraine, because you can pay taxes, you can create jobs, or you can enter new markets and present made in Ukraine in European market. That's why choose today wisely what you want to do next. Not wait, but create. It's your life. Nobody can take it from you. Thank you so much and for your attention. If you have any questions, please ask. Please, my Instagram or my email, you can reach me out if you have any questions, and if I can support you somehow, please don't hesitate to take this opportunity. Remember, first step and move to create something in your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Anna, for such inspiration as well, and for sharing your experience from Ukrainian perspective, and also for sharing your energy to participants of the webinar. It is, I think, very, very necessary was for all ladies, for moving forward and for achieving the top of the top achievements. Thank you very much, Anna. Now we have already in our studios speaker, Julija Sovāne. She's international business coach, and her topic is My Way to International Business. So we already have touched the topics about NGO sector. We have touched topics how to be woman entrepreneurship in Ukraine. We have touched topics how to be woman leader in very male world about technical tractors and this kind of selling environment places, whatever, what is very for men. And now we have a lady who is really like moving for international business, and I think this story also could be very inspiring for you, and this is the last topic for today. So yes, Julija, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm so much excited to be here with you, really talking about this wonderful topic as women in business, because we are so powerful, we are so great personalities. First of all, we are so beautiful, we are so amazing, and we just need to express ourselves the way we are and be happy with who we are. And the more you travel, the more you see the world, the more you believe in future, in your dreams, the more you get stronger, right? So by listening these wonderful discussions, I just once again re-emphasize to myself how strong we are, that we can manage anything, everywhere, anytimes, and we can do that. And the more I meet people like you, also, I hope I'll see you in face one day, but I believe that you are extremely powerful ladies, ready for doing big things. And I can just start with my short story of who am I and how I started my wonderful journey in international business. Actually, I started as a very shy, small girl coming from a countryside, from a small city, which is on the border with Belarus, if you know, that's very, very small city, but a girl with a big, big dream. And always when I met someone speaking different languages, opening me new ways of thinking, new ways of looking at this world, I looked at them and said, I want to be like this man or a girl. I want to be strong with lots of knowledge. And first of all, I want to be the one who speaks to so many people around the world on almost same language, so that we understand each other, so that we can do big things together. And even at school, I started to without having any internet connection, as you know, in these small cities, I was writing letters in 5 languages, in French, in Spanish, in Italian, German, and English. I learned them basically by myself because I was truly amazed about the opportunities that languages can bring to me. So I was trying to write letters to the people from different schools, from different universities, to come to my little place and communicate and find new ways of managing education at that time. So, and first, I think this first impression of how world is big and how powerful we can be when we believe in ourselves, when we believe in what we want to achieve, we can do a lot. And whatever happens, my life hasn't been easy because I lost my father when I was 11. So I was actually with my mother only, and she was a teacher basically. She didn't have any chance to give me all those and realize and implement all my dreams. I really understood I can do it by myself and I can do a lot. And so I started my journey with the international projects already at school by communicating. And that's what I will always tell to my also entrepreneurs whom I'm talking to, consulting, that please sharpen your communication skills and do really understand what the trust means so that you can build this trust already from early stage of communication. Because this was what I managed already being a little girl, just building this trust through my authenticity, through my honest approach, through my openness and my focus towards what I want to achieve, and people believe you because you believe in yourself. So yeah, by that period of time, I understood who I want to be, and I understood I want to be an international expert. So I started with languages. I graduated 2 universities at the same time, basically being super active, and thus it gave me wonderful opportunities to travel and to become already expert in my field from very young ages. So be expert in your field, be focused on what you want to learn, what you want to be special for, and what are the key skills and value that you want to bring to the people. Because I had always a dream to make people connected from different worlds, from different nations, cultures. That made me feel that I want to learn also not only business, because business is something that connects people from all around the world, but also cultures and languages. Thus, I became international sales expert. I started my career as, first of all, as a tour operator in Spain. It was my big, big dream to become a tour operator and travel and arrange charters and make people happy when they board on the aircraft and they fly to Italy or Spain. And I was 20 years old when I opened my first charter. Basically, when I look back, I don't really realize how it could happen, because I was just a small lady without much experience, having one mother on my back supporting me just mentally. Yeah. So, but when you have this courage and believe in yourself, you continue. I made people believe in me in Spain, so I found lots of operators supporting me, and finally I came back to my favorite country, Latvia, when I graduated university, and I graduated it from abroad. I learned a lot about different cultures, about different approaches, how to do business already in that very early age. So I started listening to people, analyzing their perceptions, how they perceive the world, how they perceive the process, and what is value to them. So this made me, as a professional, very strong communicator, because I was listening to people. That's what is important. That don't be only self-oriented. It's important to be self-oriented, but at the same time, keep on focusing on your client, on your partners, on your family people, like what do they really feel and care about, so that you can bring some value to them. And yeah, I got so much passion about traveling, so I became international sales department lead for one of our airlines, largest airlines, and our national airline in Latvia. And you can imagine, for a lady actually of 23 to become represented in so many countries at the same time. So I took responsibility of 8 markets, developing airline from very local to global. And now it's what I try to develop as a skill to entrepreneurs, become stronger leaders, stronger interpreters, changing their mindset from local to global. So it's so much important to understand your nation, your culture, but at the same time so much significant to see what's behind the curtain, right? So what we see in front of us is just one part of the picture, but you can see much more opportunities in those differences, in those different mindsets and different approaches, even if they seem to be not acceptable. I've been working with Africans, I've been working with United Arab Emirates, I've been working with Turkish people, and always felt like this is so exciting to see so many differences and challenges there, because these challenges make you clear about what you need to signal, what you need to look for, and which signals you need to adapt to yourself, so that you see stronger opportunities rather than the barriers. And that's about your mindset, to be ready to see more opportunities rather than the risks. So this is how I made my story. You see, it makes me even happy that I can organize biography together with the training itself. So you can see my biography, traveling all around the world. In aviation business, I've been living in different countries. I lived in Belgium when I opened Benelux, France, Spain, Italy region, thanks to my knowledge of the language, culture. I managed to get all the agreements in 3 months with all the institutions, the key institutions in the government. I also could get biggest partners, strongest partners who are still supporting this company in a very short period of time. And I was now, when I'm a strong, experienced lady looking back on how I did it actually, it was not connected with huge budgets. It wasn't connected with lots of support from company. It's just my passion about what I'm doing. Passion about learning new things, learning people, and trusting people. Trusting, first of all, myself and the people. So do not see risks or rejection as a weak side of it. It's a strong side. As sooner as you get rejection, the closer will be your closed agreement, because when you get a no to your question, it means there is a dialogue, because then you can ask the question why, right? Rather than it's saying yes, accepting everything, knocking and saying, yeah, I fully agree with you. There is no dialogue anymore. You can get just lost because of the fact that you assume things wrong, right? Your assumption might be not correct. So when you get to know, keep on asking questions. What does no mean to you? Is it expensive? Is it not ready? Why? What makes you feel comfortable making decision after a month or two? Ask questions, listen to the people, and be ready to accept new opportunities. And again, build trust. Now I am an industry lead in so many areas, and one of this is IT business, and I see huge ways of how I can implement and realize my passion about global business. At the same time, my big dream is to connect people from all around the world to communicate better, sell better, find better partners. And this is why I became a business coach globally. So I hope you are with me. Could you please just give me some emotion? Is it a heart or a thumb? Do you agree with me? Do you like what I'm telling? Don't you? Maybe you don't like.
We double-checked. We really double-checked. So chat might work very well. And so feel free, please, to communicate and raise your hand and say your opinion.
Absolutely.
For inspiring our speaker as well, because this is like our closing session for today's webinar. So we would like to still see some energy from your side as well.
Come up, speak up, and let's have this journey together, because this is a great opportunity when we just can talk between each other and help each other, because your single question probably helps someone immediately to solve certain problem or hesitation. That's why we need to speak up. And that's why when I looked at my slides yesterday and was thinking, what could I put first as my favorite part of the journey, at the same time the most important and maybe the most complex, I really understood that to become a strong communicator is the key thing that we need to focus on. We can be excellent managers, wonderful leaders, but also really capable and skillful salespeople. But if we are not doing right things during the process of communication, then we can mislead everything. We can destroy everything. Miscommunication is a key thing that we experience in our process when we do business, right, globally. And especially when we have some hesitations, we are not ready for something, we do not feel secure about something, we need to strengthen our communication skills. So I really encourage you, look a little bit at yourself from that perspective. Do you need additional support to become more stronger negotiator or storyteller, so that any message that you try to deliver really gets not only minds but also the hearts of the people? Because this is so important to make this your story to your potential partners, to your clients, relevant. Also touching not only minds again but also hearts. So be honest, be oriented on trust, and be credible, and be reliable as a personality. So thus your communication becomes stronger. Be very much authentic, and also listening, actively listening personality, because we very often rush too much with our solutions, with our strengths. But what if we just ask questions and listen to people first, and only then give them a chance to ask you really what you can provide, what you can offer as a solution to their problem. And the most important, to understand where the problem lies. And we as women, we are quite emotional personalities. And I heard from the previous speaker how important it is to maintain this emotional stability and be strong as emotionally intelligent leader. And this is extremely important, to recognize what makes you emotionally unstable. What are these key triggers that make you so unstable? And be mindful of them. Think what next I can do to avoid such emotions like aggression or insecurity, discomfort. What makes you feel that way? And just recognize them, admit them, and accept them. Yes, I feel anger when my client is not listening to me, or I feel insecure when client is saying no. Just recognize this and listen to yourself. What is the reason behind? So this is about your mindful approach, mindful state of mind, and that makes you feel much stronger and much more balanced. Especially when we talk to different cultures. That's a broad topic, but we can be emotionally touched very easily when we speak to, let's say, to people who are showing off their power. And I have so many situations like this when we spoke to people from large organizations with lots of power and authority, like it is, for example, in such masculine countries and cultures like United Arab Emirates or Turkey as an example, when I felt really like, okay, am I in the right place? But I could be honest to them, saying that I appreciate, I accept, and I really want to adapt to your values. I respect your values, and I respect the way you make decisions in this country, in this culture. And if you feel that me as a woman, I'm not the right person to make decision, I will find an authority who can help me to be more, let's say, relevant to these values. And what if I find another lady with great authority in this market and we go together? So this was one of my favorite examples from international business in let's say, in Turkey, when I had a partner next to me, a wonderful lady with a great background in jewelry business, no connection with aviation at all at that moment. But her surname was strong enough so that I could enter in the room of any type of leader, business owner in the country, and get the acceptance, so that I really respect the way how the business works there. But once she gave me this opportunity to enter, I could continue my further cooperation with any owner in this country. That's why it's so important to be focused on the partnerships and learn how to cooperate with the partners. Need to be careful about the different conditions and terms of cooperation. Listen to each other, learn about their priorities, learn who wants to earn what from you. Be careful, but put your intuition on. We as a women, we are so strong with our intuition. We can sometimes hear by our heart saying that, oh no, I have a strange feeling about this partner. That's what I hear from my husband sometimes, saying that he has a wonderful partners all around the world, but once he is insecure, he invites me, because I can just sit and listen and I can feel that there is something wrong besides, because me as a woman plus my experience can help to identify the risks. So be yourself, be a woman, hear your voice, your inner voice, and respect your feelings, but accept them and don't try to fight with your feelings, right? Accept them, take a deep breath, and continue your journey. So once again, re-emphasizing the importance of who you are and your key priority today, to be happy. To be happy in your profession, in your position, in your family, in all the fields that you are representing currently. Your key goal is to stay happy. So That's why keep priorities, your own priorities in front of you, and listen to yourself. What is something that you want to contribute to this world that will make you happy? If contribution goes into families, to your business, to your own business or your own projects, maybe to your hobbies, and this is what will make you happy and strong, then keep on doing this. Believe in yourself, make right choices, and really stay strong as the most happiest woman in the world. And you really deserve it. Keep on doing, keep your balance. Sometimes stop, listen to yourself. Meditation is a wonderful way how to focus, and we need this. My best friends currently are entrepreneurs who live in Spain, but they are from Ukraine, and they have experienced a lot of situations, same as you probably. And look at them and how strong they are in terms of their inner balance and believe in their dreams. So keep on doing, keep on realizing your dreams. I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much, Julie, for such a great presentation. I like your idea about having grandmother and grandfather. I'm not such good mother and good father.
Yeah.
For going into new markets and in new cultures. So this
Absolutely.
Good father, good mother approach is very, I think, a good point for future.
Yeah.
Maybe you have. Do we have some questions? Please feel free to raise hands or write in chat. At the end of this webinar, I would like to say a very huge thank you to all the speakers what we had today, for Julie, for Katrīna, for Silva, for Anna, and also for opening speakers as well, Anatolii Kutsevol and Alise Balode. And I would like to say a huge thank you for Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Republic of Latvia, who is financing the project Latvia 2. And also a very huge thank you to Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, who is our co-partner for the project. And without Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we couldn't implement the project. And this is really like thanks to them for cooperation. And yes, so please follow the information. This is the first webinar of the 7 upcoming webinars who is going to be organized till October next year. And please follow the information. We will have also the study tours, and we will also have a guidelines, so what you can use in practical life. So keep in touch, and thanks all the participants who managed to participate in the webinar till the end of it. And the webinar is recorded, so you will have options to see it after this event as well, and also to share to the friends who maybe didn't manage to participate right now on online. So once more again, thank you all who were involved, and see you next time. Thank you.